welcome back. It's been a hot minute. I don't know when the last time I've been in the studio was. It feels like forever. It could have been last week. My brain is fried. But you guys know me. I love, love, love to just talk about myself and my experiences and my life because this is my room. This is my microphone. It's really not. But I have two other people that have to sit here and listen. So I'm going to kind of storytell to you guys too, so you guys can hear about this. So I went to Vegas for the NFL draft. I'd never been to the NFL draft. I wanted to go to the NFL draft. I want to be a football person. I want to be everything. I just want to hop on every bandwagon there is possible. And I went into the draft with zero expectations. I didn't know anything. All I knew is the NBA draft. I know how the NBA sits in that big arena. They usually sit in Barclays. They have their suits on. They do the draft jingle. Done. It's great. But the NFL draft is an experience for America, and you don't realize it till you get there. First of all, whole nother world. Also, Vegas is in the middle of the desert. Trust, I haven't taken geography in like 10 years. Don't get me wrong. But we're flying in, and there's just like this big plot of lights in the middle, and then outside there's like nothing. It's like just pitch black. And I'm thinking, oh, that's like the ocean. No, we're in the desert apparently, because daylight comes and there's mountains in the background. Well, I don't know. I didn't know this. Also, it's 1,000 degrees. Who chooses to live there? I don't know. I would never choose to live there. But one of my favorite reality TV show people that I like to watch is from Vegas. I DM'd them. I got no response. Anyways, I pulled like a I'm in your city type of thing, but clearly not. I'm not cool enough. I can't believe Vegas is real. I just can't. The people, first, the hotels are a maze. I don't know why the hotels are so abnormally large, and to the point where you just want to go down to the lobby to like talk to the lobby person to be like, oh, I need a water, I need this. You can't even find the lobby. I mean, that really is the Matrix. I've never even seen the Matrix, but if Matrix was a hotel, it would be every hotel in Vegas, because Lord, let me tell you, just trying to find a Starbucks in there, you have to go through a million slot machines, maybe like 20 pools, 3 arcades, 5 malls, just to grab a coffee in the morning. I just want the bagel. But Vegas doesn't stop. Vegas is like all 24/7, never ending. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But I let me tell you, I got worn out. It's a lot of walking. It's a lot. But like I was talking about, the NFL draft is such a trip because people are flying in from every state, like every state. I'm telling you, if I was an event, I'd be the NFL draft, because there was 1 million people and they're all wearing different jerseys. So that described I was thriving, apparently, because every single person I saw, I complimented their jersey. I was like, I like that one. You like that player? I like that player too. Like, let's all be friends. And everyone's so friendly. You see people make friends based on what jersey they're wearing. They start to, form little cliques, which I thought's adorable. Humans are really cute. That was awesome. And America's favorite pastime, which is apparently football, I thought it was baseball, just really brought people together. That's a gorgeous thing. I literally wanted to cry. It was such a nice display of harmony and people with face paint on. It was awesome. I love it. But let's get on to what I actually had to do. I had to work. Yeah, I had to do some work, because I do work. I work for overtime. Hey, I'm not just like sitting here. I had to host a show for a partnership with Subway and the NFL and overtime 2 times. One day was with the top NFL draftees. And let me tell you, first of all, I was seeing NFL draft prospects everywhere. They were in the hotels. They were out just in the restaurants. I saw one at In-N-Out. They're just hanging around, having a good time. So it's just so crazy because you're seeing all these people before they actually go into the league just being completely normal and just living their lives. I mean, they're normal people, but like, it was just really cool. It's like, oh, he's going to this team most likely tomorrow. Oh, he's going here. Do you think they'll trade him for him? It's just so weird. And also, he had animal style fries, so I got animal style fries. Really good. Got cold really fast though. So Also, if you saw me eating it In-N-Out more than twice in one day, mind your business. I don't go to the West Coast that often. And I think in like the 3 days I was in Vegas, I had In-N-Out maybe a good 6 times. And I don't feel bad. I had a great time. I needed to get my fix in. I don't know when I'm going to be back. It was heavenly. But yeah, like I was saying, I had to do a show. For the first time in like 2 years, I really got to be with like a big crowd of people and like working, like hosting. I had my microphone, just like this one. And I had cue cards, and I studied my cue cards, and I hosted a show. But let me tell you, I was nervous. I maybe didn't seem nervous if you were there or you saw videos. I was shaking before I went out because I actually had to be a sports person for once. I had to remember stats. I had to remember position, school, height, weight. I had to know how to pronounce your name correctly. I had to know just a couple things about you. And yes, that's not bad. I love doing, like, I studied the cards. It's great. But I hadn't really hosted in front of people before. I was nervous. I was like, oh my goodness, what if I call this person from the wrong school? What if I call them a tight end and they're a wide receiver? I don't know. I was mortified, but I actually think I did pretty well. I had a great support team with me from overtime. I had Mitch, I had Alex, I had Evan. It was so good. And I don't regret it. I had a great time, and they gave me a microphone. And just let me tell you, when you give me a microphone, I go ham. I put on a show. At least I think I put on a show. I don't know. I was nervous. But then that was the first show I had to do. The second show was with the 6 Gronkowski men. The 6 Gronkowski men. Let me tell you. Glenn, Dan, Gordy, Chris, Rob, Gronk, and then Papa Gronk. Are you kidding me? I was terrified, but in like the best way possible. I'm from Boston. I'm not a Boston fan or die, but I'm a Gronk fan till I die. Let me tell you, that man is more loved. Like, we should put up a statue of him in Boston. He is just as loved as Brady, and I mean, they both need statues over there. So I don't know. Basically, they walk in. I'm standing behind the stage. I'm about to do the show. It's like a Saturday. It's a Friday. I don't even know. And Gronk walks in with his whole crew. My hand starts sweating. And Subway says to me, they're like, do you want us to introduce you? Because, like, you're going to be up there with them. I'm like, like, yeah, like, bring me over. And I was just scared. Like, obviously, they aren't going to remember me, but I remember them, and that was, like, so cool to me. Because just growing up in Boston, like, you see Gronk at, like, the Patriots Day parades all the time when they won all their millions and millions of rings. And he's a 4-time Super Bowl champion. So that was really cool. And I got to stand next to him and his family. So actually, I am the 7th Gronk. Actually, no, we have to include Mom. I am the 8th Gronk, and I belong there. So just call me Megan Gronkowski. Let's, like, put a little image of me with, like, my little head, like, put onto, like, a family photo of them. Let's just do that. That'd be great, right? RJ, can we do that? Let's put a photo of my face cropped into their family, like, Christmas card. I love that. That has Sammy all over it. We should get Sammy in on this. Sammy is our editor of all these amazing graphics. He does a million things, but if there's one thing that everyone should check out, is definitely Overtime Edits, because that man is just like popping these things out every single day. And it's crazy. I don't know. Sammy, please edit me onto the photo of the Gronkowskis. Are you about to text him? Someone text him Sammy. I'm thriving in Vegas. I went to Gronk's pool party where Gronk was doing like some form of the worm for like 6 hours straight. I don't know what was going on there, but Alex got into the VIP section. Like, Alex was just straight chilling with Camille Kostek. And if there's anybody I know that is cooler than Alex, I don't, because that was literally where I want to be in life. I want to be up there. He was like next to Edelman, and he was just chilling. Like, he belongs there. And you know what? He is a celebrity. And I'm mad that I didn't get up there, but I had a great time. I got to meet, I forgot to write this down. Oh my gosh, I posted a video of them. I got to meet Jordan McCabe and his girlfriend, Olivia Mogan. 12 out of 10 people. Class act people. I'm telling you, Jordan just stepped back the second me and Olivia met, and me and Olivia were like this. Like, we were just like this. And if there's a more girl moment than talking about all the same makeup you use, the same clothes you wear, how you do your hair, how you do your makeup, just all this stuff, it was that. Because the entire time, I think every sentence we spoke was like you do this, I do so, It was like that, one of those girl moments. And I don't know, I just had a great time. I made a new best friend. I love Olivia. Go check them out. They have, Jordan posts a lot of TikToks with them. They're cute. They're not really like a couple page, but I know they have like separate videos. But at Jordan McCabe, at Olivia Mogan, I don't know. I'm obsessed with them. I'm definitely going to go back to visit them and maybe for the in and out, but either way. I got to also visit their school, UNLV, University of Nevada, Las Vegas. And school is the same everywhere you go. We went to like one of the sports houses and all the guys are just like playing like a 2K game or something. And so I loved that too, because I was like, okay, this feels like home to me now. Like, this is like all my peoples, because like these are my peoples, because I do that same thing. But anyways, that was that. I made new besties. Amazing. I made the most impulse buy of my life. Who let me walk into a Vegas mall expecting to just get some comfy little Nike sneakers when my feet hurt? No. If you want comfy shoes, you have to walk into like the designer stores, because that's all there was, and drop a pretty penny that I didn't even know I was dropping until I checked my bank statement after. And those gave me blisters, but they're really cute. I wear them every day now. You guys have probably seen them because they're my only like designer thing I own now. But I bought like Christian Dior sneakers, right? Yeah. It's like, you know, when that person buys like their first designer item, that's like the one thing they flex. That's exactly what I've been doing lately. And I'm not ashamed. If I'm going to spend that much money on a pair of sneakers that also gave me blisters because I didn't break them in day one, then I'm going to flex it, okay? Like, I treated myself unwillingly. Oh my gosh. I met your father. Everyone's father that's probably watching this. Matt Meeggs? Matt, I'm sorry if I get your name wrong. MMG. That's like your I don't even know. But I met him. And let me tell you something about Matt. Matt was talking about me on a stream maybe like 2 years ago. And I guess everyone was spamming his comments with my name like 2 years ago. I think this was like the rise of like the Flight and Megan fake relationship that the internet curated. But he said on stream, and I quote, "Why are you guys so obsessed with Overtime Megan? Who even is that?" So my arrogant self had to make a TikTok to that sound, and I did. So, you know, had a little meetup. We never had any beef, but I just thought it was funny because now we're at the same thing together doing similar stuff. He's wearing his Subway suit. I had my Subway jacket on. We're on the same playing field. It was nice to squash some fake internet beef 2 years later. But to be honest, I don't even think he recognized me at first, and I didn't even recognize him. But he took a selfie with me on Instagram and then goes, "Okay, I'll tag you." And like, he was like, "I'll even put a little emoji." And I'm like, "Oh, what's your Instagram?" And then I saw it, and I'm like, I know exactly who this is. And get this, I pull up his Instagram on my phone, click DMs, and I think the exact thing he said. Let me see the exact thing this man said. In July of 2020, he actually said apologies with a crying face. So very genuine, very heartfelt. And then here is the iconic duo now. We're friends. You can't see that, but that's me and Meeggs. And I quoted him when I reposted it. I can't let this man forget. I cannot let a man forget that he asked, "Who am I?" But, you know, he's really dope, so I can't complain. That dude is really nice. So now maybe moving on to San Diego. That was awesome. So first of all, I didn't actually watch the draft in person. I was dehydrated. If you've never been to Vegas and you walk around all day and you're not buying that $8 water, you're gonna shrivel up like SpongeBob when he went to Sandy's and he's like, "What?" like that. We go back to a hotel room. We're all, the whole Overtime crew, we're all sitting together watching the draft. And suddenly we see like a teenager up at the podium on TV with his suit on. And we're like, what's going on here? And they actually had kids from Make-A-Wish. They used their Make-A-Wish to be at the NFL draft and announce their favorite team. I think one of the teams was the New York Giants. And let me tell you, if you're using your Make-A-Wish to go to the NFL draft and to announce something, I mean, that's like something nobody in the world gets to do except for that one person in the league with the draft jingle. That's like that one man's job. if you're taking over that man's job, you are living the best day of your life. Can you imagine? And especially with all those viewers, first of all, just in person, there was, I think, 500,000 people there. So first, you're in front of 500,000 people. That is epic. And you didn't even seem nervous. Like, dude literally practiced for this. And then on TV, people watching. Like, that's got to be like a good 5 million people. Am I wrong? I don't know, maybe more. But also that was really sweet for like the NFL to like, you know, do that. I love that. That was awesome. Anyways, we are moving on from Vegas. 30 minutes. I get off that flight. I'm in San Diego. And let me tell you a little fun fact. The last time I was in California, I was 8. And when 2008, how many years ago was that? 22 minus 8. What's 22 minus 8? I'll do it. 14. You sure? 14. You're right. So, I hadn't been to California in allegedly 14 years. I thought it was 12. It's been like a whole lifetime since I've been there. And the last time I was there, we were filming for my sister's reality show that she was on. She was on like a reality show on ABC Family. It's on iTunes still. It's so old. It is so 2000s vibe. I mean, the camera quality looks like it was shot on a brick. It's so bad. And it was just like a one-off, spin-off reality show. She actually almost won. She got second place. And there was like, it was like a competition of like 10 girls across the country. But I wanted to be famous. After seeing the cameras and the filming and some famous people, I was like, this is where I want to be. So I went home and I wrote in my diary, I want to be famous. And so I came back, and the reason why I was in San Diego was for like a red carpet, which was really cool. I was so happy to be there. And that was like a really cool moment for me. That was like a really what was it? Like a full circle moment. And yeah, I wasn't in the movie. I would have loved to be in the movie, even just like a little extra, you know what I'm talking about? I got to walk the red carpet. I got to like have paparazzi shots. Like that was so cool. I had a great time. I met some TikTok friends. I got a Getty image. And no one understood what I was like trying to say. I'm like, no, I finally got a Getty image that says Getty image. Like I'm legit now. No one understood the significance, but I remember exactly like they hold up a sign with the spelling of your name. Actually, or in my case, to even know who you are, because who the heck am I walking this red carpet? It's like Tom Cruise's movie. Who's Megan Eugenio? I don't know, but they have my spelling on a piece of paper, and you just go through, and then people just say, look here, a little turn to the head, little smile, little this, little that. Oh, no, don't do that. Okay, come closer to me. So they're yelling orders at you. Little terrifying. I started to sweat. By the way, Tom Cruise has his like aviation license. Landed on the red carpet in a helicopter. That's pretty freaking cool. I mean, if you are Tom Cruise, there is no way to enter a red carpet besides in a helicopter. And it was even funnier because he didn't just land. He kind of circled us a few times. Like he's got to make sure people got like the energy built up, waiting. He lands. He looks great. He talks about the movie. I see the cast members. I see, like I said, the TikTok peoples. And we watched the movie. And by the way, Top Gun, I've not seen the first one. But I have seen the second. I had a great time, by the way. I haven't been to a movie theater since I was 13 years old. And it was in this big theater, the Civic Center. And they actually put all of us in the front row, like all the influencers in the front row, which was like really cool. Like David Dobrik was sitting front row, and I was like, oh, like what's he doing? Is he eating the popcorn? I don't know. But it was really awesome. And I sat next to this really sweet girl named Anna. You guys might know her. She's on TikTok. I'm going to butcher her last name. I think it's like Sitar. But I talked to her and her boyfriend for a while. And basically, it was really awesome because like all the actors had their families. They were all dispersed throughout the theater. And watching a movie with like 500 people who all basically worked on the movie and I have just now seen it for the first time makes watching a movie 10 times better. It was just awesome. Also, Tom Cruise is like the most like loving human on earth because he made a couple speeches to his like co-filmmakers. And that man is a class act. Like, if I had to actually pick to have breakfast with somebody, I think it would be Tom Cruise. And breakfast strictly. He seems like a breakfast man. I also went to LA because, you know, I couldn't be stuck in San Diego for 3 days before the red carpet doing nothing. So me and my New York skills, I was like, I'm not going to rent a car. I cannot drive for the life of me. I'm not going to get an Uber because knowing I would A, be stuck in traffic, and B, that Uber would cost like 3 hair appointments. So I'm like, this is not it. So I actually found a train. There's a train, me, my New York self, and it's called like the Pacific Coast Railway. It's like the PCR. And this train's duty is to take me from San Diego to LA in 3 hours, where I was picked up by my friends. The views. I'm telling you, I never had a nicer train ride. When you're in New York City, the views you're getting when you're looking out the window is a sticky cement wall with substances and rats. It's just nasty. I'd never want to look at the subway in New York City again after going on the train from San Diego to LA. I was just in shock. I was passing by like the beaches, of course, and then these beautiful houses. Also, why do people in LA build their houses right over like where a landslide is probably going to happen? Like, what? Why are y'all building your houses at the edge of these mountains? And then you hold it up with like stilts that are just there for like the meantime. I mean, all these houses were like on the brink of collapsing, which is like kind of scary, kind of sad. But overall, it was really pretty. LA just feels like a fever dream in like the best way possible. Like Vegas is a fever dream. LA feels like a good fever dream, like the one you don't want to leave. But I feel like it's like that. I feel like it's like that if you don't live there and you don't go there often. It's like, this is nice, palm trees. If you're not from LA, you don't see it as the zoo it is. But it is. But I had a great time. I met so many friends. Actually, like I made a group of friends when I was there, and they're amazing. I love them, but like they were really cool. I got to hang with them. We had sushi and Korean barbecue, and they're just like the cutest humans in the world. Hopefully I'll see them again one day. But LA was just like awesome. Like I made friends. I got great food. I went thrifting for the first time. Like if I'm going to go to LA, like I'm going to be one of the LA girly pops. Like I'm going to go thrifting. Not for me. Good for the environment. Not good for Megan's stimulation up here, because you have to search and search and search and search. And I just can't do that. I thrifted this actually. This is my thrift find because there's a sports section. So that was like my one place where I'm like, oh, I know to go there. It was fun for like the meantime. And I got a free can of Coke when I went. All right. If I'm going to leave y'all with one thing, is go visit LA once in your life if you haven't. And then B, In-N-Out is good. And then C, I don't know. Bye.